Alright guys, today we are changing the Bank 2 sensor to oxygen sensor on this 2016 Chrysler Town Country. This has a 3.6 liter V6 engine in it. I'm throwing a couple codes for the cats. Just bought this thing for dirt cheap. And I'm thinking it's just an oxygen sensor. Of course, parts store told the lady it needed cats and so on. Started overheating. There's a few problems with it we're going to work through, but we got this thing for absolutely dirt cheap. So we're going to go ahead and change that Bank 2 sensor to O2 sensor, which is the downstream oxygen sensor. So Bank 1, it means before the catalytic converter. Sensor 1 means before the catalytic converter. Sensor 2 means after the catalytic converter. If the sensors are on the catalytic converter, it's the one beforehand and the one after. So you're looking at it from the engine to the exhaust. Now, Bank 1 is going to be, I want to say on this vehicle, don't quote me here, I'm pretty sure the serpentine is going to be on this side. At least that's how it is on my Ford. We'll look here in just a moment. We'll see if I'm wrong or not. But Bank 1, I know, is on the back side. Bank 2 here is on the front. So this will be the front catalytic converter because this is a V6, so it's sitting like this in the vehicle. It's front-wheel drive. So this is Bank 2. That's Bank 1. I know it's a poor demonstration. So it's Bank 2, so it'll be over here, so the front. Sensor 2, so it is the oxygen sensor after the catalytic converter. On my code reader, I read live data, and it showed that this sensor was stuck on high voltage, which it threw that code as well. And I actually read the voltage to see if it was jumping up and down like it's supposed to. This one was not. It was stuck on like 1.275 for the voltage. So that's why we're changing it. So got my new O2 sensor. I'll leave a link in the description for a great one to buy from a good company I like to buy from. Here's my 7/8 wrench. I'm going to see if that works. If not, I'll show you guys some different sockets and methods that'll work. All right, guys, so we're coming up underneath the vehicle here. I just opened up the hood to see have a little better view. And you're looking right here is this front catalytic converter. You can see this guy looks brand spanking new. That's because it is. It's partially why she sold it to me, because she had these replaced, still didn't fix the problem. So we're here now. So you can see there is an oxygen sensor that is obviously on the catalytic converter. So yeah, that's a little confusing. And then you can see there's one, oh goodness, there's one up there at the top. I can't point all the way, but you can see it right there at the top of that catalytic converter. And this guy right here is your catalytic converter, if you didn't already know. Now, that one, I know I said before and after, but right there you can see that one's on it and that one's before it up top. So we have two, so obviously the one down below it's going to be your sensor 2, okay? So that's your downstream oxygen sensor because it's downstream or it's on the catalytic converter. So let's go ahead and pull that one out. First off, what we'll do, let me mount this light up. I really ought to jack this car up a little bit, but we're going to rough her out. Stick my little, anything that's metal. There we go. Get my light mounted up here. So let's just grab a hold to that harness, and I'm actually looking at this through you right now. And these cats do get extremely hot. I'm touching it right now with my bare hand. This has been sitting for a couple hours now. So I'm gonna get my head underneath this car. Let's just take a look here. So there it is. You can see there is my harness, my connector right there. Obviously those are looking fine. These don't even look really that bad. They look like they're pretty new. Well, you got to be careful. Make sure you know what kind of parts you're getting. So we're gonna bust this. I have my 7/8 wrench here. It's pretty standard on these. Now I just gotta think in my brain which way is left and which way is right while I'm laying underneath it. Which that one is left. That son of a gun was extremely loose. So we got that busted loose. Now I'm gonna reach up here, follow this wire up to that connector. Just grab a hold of that son of a gun. And again, this car has been sitting for a while now. I do not recommend you doing this fresh after it's been shut off. It's not a good idea. Now, just while you're down here, take a look there at your harness. Take a look at it. Make sure the plug's not broken. Make sure there's no bare wires or anything hanging out. Mine from right here looks fine. We're going to go ahead and continue on with this replacement. And which way is left? That way. So we're gonna go and unscrew this puppy. This one was not tight at all. Normally these are C's, but this guy, he just replaced these cats. It was some shade tree mechanic. And now's a great time. You can see that these motor mounts don't look all that great. So let's go and grab my new one, which that one don't even look old. Let's take a look here. And these look way different. Look at that guy versus that one. Looks way, way different. So that's obviously a sign that that's probably the problem of mine. This one comes pre-anti-seize, so it does have anti-seize on it already. Let's go ahead and screw this guy in here. I'm gonna run this around this motor mount here. Get a little bit further up underneath of it. I'm gonna set this down first. Okay, so I just ran it around that little, that kind of that motor mount. Now you got to really work your brain here and figure out which way is left and right. I'm actually turning mine left right now. There you go. Leave your sensor unplugged for just a moment. Now tighten her on. This is probably one of the easiest oxygen sensor changes I've ever done in my life. And we're not just completely ugga-dugging this son of a gun on there. We're just getting her in there snug. That's probably just about there. I'm gonna barely give her another snug. There we go. You ain't trying to grunt when you're putting them on. And I was right, the belt is over on the passenger side. All right, so I'm doing this one-handed here. I don't really like how that, goodness. I don't really like how this is just flopping right here next to this cooling fan. Let's go ahead and plug in this sensor. I'm really curious if this guy didn't put these sensors on the wrong spot. Genuinely curious about that. All right, so we got that up there. You may want to take a zip tie and zip that up. Guys, it's that easy. I just clipped it in and clipped it out. Let me show you how that clip works. I just squeezed it. There's no keeper on it. All right, so here's the old sensor, and here's how it comes on and goes off. See that connector? You just squeeze it, and this one is all jacked up. So, yeah, you just squeeze it, and it pops right in and out. Obviously, this one looks like it's wrong. So we're going to go and start this up. We're going to clear those codes. Now, you're only going to do this step if you have a code reader. If you don't have a code reader, you could just drive it for so long. You can unhook the negative battery cable. I'll show you that real quick. If you don't have a code reader, watch this part. You can unhook your negative battery cable. Let's come over to your battery. You're going to see a negative sign, which would be the back side here. It's your black cable. This internet state battery ain't very user-friendly. I ain't ever seen without positive or negative signs. Anyway, find your black cable. That's your red one. Unhook it. You can leave it overnight. I'm not really sure how long, 30 minutes, an hour. It'll clear your codes out. Or if you have a code reader, I'll walk you through that right now. All right, guys. So we're in the vehicle. I've got my key just in the ignition. I don't have it turned on yet. Come down here. Let me go and step out. Come down here. Look, there's where you pop your hood at. Take your code reader. Plug it in. See my light come on. Yours doesn't have to be this fancy. And then you're going to go ahead and turn your key just to the on position. Don't crank it up. And you're looking here. Turn this off. Okay, so I just turned off my flashlight there. Goodness. So I've got a bunch of codes here. Whole bunch of codes. Now we'll go and start this up. Actually, don't have to start. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm busy thinking about something else. Hit erase. Erase all these codes. Enter. All right, so my codes are all erased. It's going to reread. Focus again. Hit this button here. Pulling up my live data. That's where you can see what's going on in your engine. So there is my fuel trim. O2 sensor, bank 1, sensor 2, so that's one we didn't touch. It's bouncing from 0.2 to 0.9 something. That's looking about right, okay? Bank 2, sensor 1, sitting about, it's jumping around, it's looking good. Bank 2, sensor 2. We are jumping again. Now that voltage is sitting kind of low right now. Now it's jumping up, so it's looking all right. I like to see them looking about like that though. It's looking good, not looking great. I won't be surprised if that throws another code. Now I'm going to look at this here, bank 1, sensor 2. I'm starting to think he may have swapped those sensors around. He didn't, because they are different. At least the part numbers are. It is running a little odd. But I do like how it's jumping now. And I don't have a check engine light on it yet. So that cleared. I had like 7 codes. And those were just had to do with the cats and with the O2 sensors. So if you have codes for cats, get you a code reader that can look at live data and you want to come here. Now this one here, bank 2, sensor 2, it was stuck at like 1.275. So that's obviously not good. It's stuck on high voltage. That means that sensor's stuck either open or shut. I couldn't tell you. Somebody get in the comments and tell us if you know that, or lead us in the right direction. But I just know it's not good. You want to see them jumping, and I like how that one's jumping. That one's starting to jump all right, and obviously, actually, it feels like it's running a lot more smooth now. So that's great. Now I'm going to go and take this puppy for a test drive. Alright guys, so that's how you change your downstream oxygen sensor on bank 2, which is the front of the engine. Glad I could help you guys out. It's the same concept for every other sensor. Just remember how I explained the bank 1, bank 2, sensor 1, sensor 2. Sensor 1's upstream, sensor 2 is downstream. Bank 2 is the front, bank 1 is the back of the engine. Okay? So yeah, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if this was helpful. I really appreciate you guys. I'm getting close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I will leave a link in the description for where you can get this part from a reputable seller for very inexpensive on Amazon. So please use my link. I do get a kickback from that from Amazon affiliates. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. God bless you. Remember, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. You can only get to the Father through him. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.